You think you the only group. I'm not saying anyone else has got it or had it as bad as y'all, but it's that ignorance of thinking only y'all. I agree. See, it's the ignorance of thinking only y'all, but then at the same time, he's going to say, I'm not going to say anyone else had it as bad or worse. So if nobody else had it as bad or worse, and I'm a part of my people, why would I talk about any other group of people who have never had it as bad as my people? Like, like you got a facepalm at how stupid these people are. They're fucking dumb. They have no reasoning skills. Right? So let's go again. Let's keep going, right? And then this is when he tries to blame me now. So he's essentially calling me ignorant, right? Only y'all. I agreed with you. Now notice how he didn't agree with me at the top. He would say, yeah, but. He always had an excuse. That's not agreeing. That's called an excuse. An excuse. You understand? But here we go, right? Let's just listen to what he has to say. I agreed with you, but you trying to flip it like I'm using excuses. I hear exactly. Was he not using excuses? Well, if we scroll back up, right, where he goes, well, maybe you're not chilling with the right people, right? Is this not an excuse for why Latinos do not share their scams and their schemes with black people? Maybe you just not fucking with the right ones. For which I had to reply to him. Or maybe it's exactly like what I'm saying. Y'all are selfish. Y'all like to take from black people and keep everything for yourself. Right? So that's what he says to me. And he goes, and then he has the nerve to say, I'm trying to act like he's making an excuse. Like, nigga, you are making an excuse. You understand? Like, you literally just made an excuse a couple lines up. It's fucking retarded, right? And then he goes, you trying to make it as if I'm using excuses. I hear exactly where you coming from. See, he's agreeing with me. I hear where you're coming from. But then he follows it up with a but. He's been doing this shit since he entered the thread. Yeah, but. I agree with you, but. Why is there always a but? I don't see no ass nowhere here. Y'all see any ass cheeks anywhere here? I don't see no ass nowhere here. But there's been a million buts in his conversation. I don't see no ass cheeks nowhere. And I love ass. I'm a big fan of the fatty. And I don't see none nowhere here. Okay? Shit crazy. Right? Exactly. You let them talk long enough, you get to see how stupid they are. Oh, fuck. She want to use the bathroom. Let me just finish this out real quick, right? But he goes, but simple answer is when I'm in an all-black area, yes, the outsider gets treated funny. When he's in all, isn't that what white people say when they get to go to black people's neighborhoods, they get bullied? I grew up in the hood my whole life. My whole life I grew up in the hood. White people walk around the hood and they are safe. Nobody touches them. It's like they have a fucking force field of anti-nigga ignorance that doesn't reach them. Niggas will pressure you as a black man walking on your own block. But let a white man who's not even from that block walk up on that block and he's free and he's safe. Niggas don't bother them. They don't touch them. We don't do anything to white people. So what the fuck is he talking about? I've grown up in black neighborhoods my whole life. We don't fuck with any white people. Niggas don't bully white people. They'll bully other niggas before they bully white people. Fuck is he talking about? If anything, we show these crackers more love than we do anybody else, than we do our own. This guy's an idiot. This guy's a fucking retard. It's the shit that pissed me off. Gets treated funny. But like I said, like you can tell he talks to a lot of white people and he just chill with white people. But like I said, and then he goes, but again, he's gonna contradict himself again. But like I said, shit like that always gonna be there. No, shit like that isn't always gonna be there. Shit like that wasn't there before you white people came here. You understand what I'm saying? Shit crazy. But like I said, shit like that always gonna be there. So I don't see color. I see a person's energy. Bang. Got him right there. I'm going to let this chick go use the bathroom, right? Just let me go, let her go. And y'all can sit here and reflect on this shit. Right? And this is a Spanish motherfucker from New York, by the way. He from New York, by the way. Just letting y'all know. Give me a second. Oh, it's making noise. There's too much water, huh? A lot of agua. You want to use it in the baño or no baño? Oh. Agua. Huh? You want another one? This is Paquito. This is small. It's only. Is this or this? Your choice. If I were you, I would wear this one. But it's up to you. Okay, here you go. Oh, man. Alright, see, she hasn't slept a single minute. Alright, so we see what he doing, right? So he goes, I don't see color. We know when they say I don't see color, we already know they racist. You understand what I'm saying? That's the same shit racist white people say. Alright, so this is what I say to him. I go, no one goes through anything near what Negroes go through, not even close. So I agree with him there, right? And then I proceed to explain to him that he is making an excuse. You are using excuses. I actually called them out. Black people don't treat anyone out of place, even white people. When they show up, no one harasses them or discriminates against them. I lived in black neighborhoods my whole life. Stop it, fam. And I had to laugh at him because this shit is stupid. Like, what you saying is dumb. But I have been uptown in Dominican neighborhoods where I got ran out with machete. And this is a fact. I got run out of a Dominican neighborhood by motherfuckers who ran out the side blocks with a machete. Right? Come for chop me, right? Because I'm a Jamaican fucking with one of their women. Right? Tell me where my people do that to Latinos or anyone else. So when they can tell me where black people chase them out of the neighborhood for being who they are, right? For being white, then they can let me know that they can let me know. And then this is the excuse that he has, right? Dominicans always do that to Dominicans. First off, I'm not Dominican. Okay? Two, all Dominicans are not the same. So it's the non-Negro Dominicans who do it to the Negro Dominicans. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So it's the non-Negroes who do it to the Negroes. If that's what you asking, and shit, people get ran out of areas. See, and then he's making excuses again. People get ran out of areas all the time. Some for mistaken identities, some for turf. Sometimes one walks through wrong block, wrong time. You see what I'm saying? What the fuck does any of what he's saying have to do with the specific nature of the conversation that we're talking about? The fuck is he talking about? Like, we're gonna come back to it. Let me deal with this lady. It's different one, so if you want to try the nose. everything. So this one went over the nose. You want to try the nose only or the mouth? It's okay. Okay, it's not easy, pero you gotta just be focused. Don't be anxious. Not anxious. It's not easy.
Hablar con ellos, contigo, darle la cara y ponerlos al tanto de lo que está pasando. Yo quiero demasiado a Maya para destruirle su vida a ella, a su hija y hasta su matrimonio con una cara.
Okay, we try one more time. It's okay, no problem. Don't be sorry. Okay. All right, so he goes on to write all of this fluff, right? So I don't know what the fuck any of this has to do with anything, because I'm telling him why they specifically run black people out of the neighborhood, right? So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about here. In Dominicans, them niggas, see? And then he uses the word nigga. Like, this, you see what I'm saying? Says all this shit and then thinks he can use the word nigga. This is my problem with these motherfuckers. Won't be like, oh, hey, come here, because when I first went to an all-Dominican school in East New York, I wasn't accepted by my own kind. You think I gave a fuck? Of course you don't give a fuck. You're fucking white. You white people don't give a fuck about shit. Look, on my block, my team is mixed. Spanish, black, West Indians. Like, look at how he separates black from West Indians. Like, West Indians are black. This is just somebody who's totally ignorant. They don't know any better. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not even trying to shit on him. But I'm just saying, he don't know any better.
Come here, RJ.
Right? See, and then here goes, this is another one I had to kick out, right? I remember I tried flipping an O when I was 15, and I was meeting up with this black dude. See what I'm saying? And you could already tell where he's going with this. Black guy robbed him for his O when he was 15 years old. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that I be talking about with these motherfuckers. They just make up these random, obscure stories. Like, I want y'all to literally read his shit, because his shit pissed me off. So I just kicked him out my goddamn page. It's like when white people make up these fucking mystery stories about this black neighborhood that they know they're too afraid to walk through, right? You know your bitch ass too afraid to walk through black neighborhoods by yourself. But you walk through a black neighborhood just at random, right? At 15, you was exactly. At 15, if you was trying to sell an O, nigga, of course your little ass gonna get robbed. The fuck out of here, you little dumb motherfucker. And worse, you look white. Right, and then he turns around and calls that racism. I'm telling you, they argue just like white people. You can't escape it. So this is why I said to homeboy, right? I said that his explanation proved my point. I said all Dominicans ain't the same race. All Latinos aren't the same race, which is why I'm here for Negroes only. So his explanation actually validates my point, right? And then I go on to say to him, my point is Latin culture, is racist. Negro culture is not. How do we know that Negro culture is not? With Negro culture, if we were racist, how did Jennifer Lopez get put on? How did Mark Anthony get put on? How did Enrique Iglesias get put on? Huh? How did John Leguizamo get put on? How did all of these people that black people bust, right? How did they get put on? Through our art forms, our culture. How the fuck did your latest product, Cardi B, get on? She stole how many black people's flows? She don't even write her own shit. It's a black dude that's writing for her. Like, come on, yo. Like, fuck out of here. Okay? Like, Negro culture is not racist. It can't be. Otherwise, none of you other nations would even be participating in our shit. So it makes no sense what he's saying. We Negroes cannot be racist, which is my point. You made the claim we can, and I'm showing you that you don't know the difference between racism and prejudice. So keep in mind, I haven't said anything derogatory to him yet, right? All right? So then this is what he goes to me. He goes, so a Jamaican is not liking a Trini because he's Trini isn't racist? This guy's fucking stupid. Trinis and like Trinidad. Let's look up Trinidad because this guy's fucking dumb. He has no idea what racism is. Okay, Trinidad. Let's look at Trinidadian people. Look upon Trinidadian people there. Negro. Oh, not a Negro. I don't know where the fuck did she come from? Who the fuck is this? Okay? Well, these are the originals, right? These are the hijacks, the white people that they ship in there to try and pretend to be a part of our culture, right? These are the mixed breed Asians and the mixed breed whatever. These are not Trinis. They just like to jack our culture, right? Not a Trini. Well, Trini, because she kind of looked like she got Afro features, but she definitely got some Mongoloid in her. But well, no, we're not going to include her. Okay? Trini. That's a famous actor. Trini. Real Trini them. Not mixed breeds. You understand what I'm saying? Not quadroons, right? Real Trini them. Trini, you see the light brown? From light brown to dark brown. We got it all covered. You understand? This is like my mom's complexion. This is like my dad's complexion. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yep, there's Asians and East Indians in Trinidad. Yep, that's why I'm in a lot of Trinidad, because a lot of them have dirty attitude. And I'm not talking about coolies. Whoever that person is, you know Caribbean slang. I fuck with you. See what I'm saying? Coolie. What the fuck is that? Okay, but you can see Trinidad, right? Now let's look up Jamaica. Just like there's Asians in Jamaica too, there's Spanish people or Latinos in Jamaica as well. You find them everywhere. See, same image pops up. We just seen this image, but in the Trinidadian poster, right? Picture, profile, right? Look upon Jamaicans. We're the same fucking people. So how is it racism? How the fuck is it racism? Look at the phenotype. See what I'm saying? See the difference in nose? Right? Look. What's the difference between Jamaica and Trinidad then? Nothing. You understand what I'm saying to you? We are the original people. Okay? So when he turned around and he says some stupid, we can cut out his page. We don't really need his page no more. But when he says some stupid shit like this, it's like, bro, do you even know what racism is? Like, so he goes, so Jamaican and Trinis, when they beef with each other, when African discriminate against Belize person or Panamanian, right? So let's. So I'm assuming he means a continental African. All right, look at African people. Okay? African people, right? You see that? Right? Okay. Let's look at, what was the other one? Belize. Let's look at Belize people. Okay, these are not our people. These are, you can tell these are Negro, but they probably got some Mongoloid moms or something like that. But you can tell they're Negro, right? Look. Okay, so what is he talking about? Even she black too, but you can tell that they got black genetics that's more diluted. Right? So maybe they got a light-skinned mom or something, but you can tell by the facial features, high cheekbone, the nose shape, the lack of an eyebrow ridge. Okay? See, we don't have the Neanderthal features. We don't have the Neanderthal feature. You understand what I'm saying? The nose. She the only one who kind of stand out. Like maybe she got one of them Peruvian indigenous ones in her somewhere in her family. You understand? Look. See what I'm saying? Like, even when he brings up these names, like, oh, well, Trinidadian, Panamanian, it's like, dude, you do realize that people in Belize aren't all the same race, right? People in Panama are not all the same race, right? And he even corrects himself. He goes, they're all black of different dialect. Right. So if they're all black, how's it racism? And then he goes, I never said there wasn't, because most don't know history and are whitewashed. Right? And this is what I say to him. Right? This is what I say. I say, you making it seem that way, though, by trying to argue as if it is the case, though. Most do know the history is what I'm arguing, and they do their best to suppress it, which is why so many Latin people get tight, and not right, get mad, get tight, when I get on their ass. If they was genuine, they'd stop arguing and change. And they don't want to change because they like looking down on Negroes and brown-nosing or kissing the white man's ass. So I'm pretty clear there. And I go, no, that's prejudice. Laughing my ass off. Trinis are also Negroes. So how can a Negro be racist against himself? And then I even did him the favor by correcting him. And I said, Africans are not the same as Aboriginal American Negroes. We were not taken from Africa. That's a white supremacist lie. You understand what I'm saying? So I go, for instance, Haitians versus Jamaicans. That's also an all Negro beef. That's prejudice, not racism. And then I ended it this way. This is the nail in the coffin, right? Limpieza de sangre is racism. Mejorar la raza is racism. We don't have concepts like these in Negro culture. But y'all got them concepts in y'all culture. Because Latin culture is an extension of white supremacy. This is what everything I said was a fact. Latin culture is an extension of white supremacy. And then this is what he writes. He goes, I wasn't trying to argue. I agreed with you and you said something funny, so I replied. Right? So again, he's saying he's not trying to argue with me, he's agreeing with me. But the entire time he's agreeing, but then he says but. The entire time. Yeah, but and up to now I ain't seen no ass walk in the room yet. But anyway, right? I'm gonna give you my response to him, right? So I go, you trying to say they don't know the history though, as if they're ignorant, as if they're like ignorant in the sense of they're innocent. And I'm just saying that that's not the case. They're fully aware of their racism and they revel in it. They love it. And they think niggas is stupid because we not calling them out for it. Them days are over. So this is all I'm letting them know. I didn't say he thinks niggas are stupid. I just said, listen, you Spanish motherfuckers think niggas is dumb and that we don't know what you're doing and that we're not going to call you out. And this generation, we're going to call you motherfuckers out. Okay? And then this is what he has the nerve to write to me, right? The Latin community is so big, I can't speak for half. It's so many different between us. And of course there's racism there. But like religion, it's embedded in most of people's minds, right? So now he's making, before, when I was saying the same shit he's saying, he was saying I couldn't do that, right? I'm generalizing. It's not everybody, right? Now that he's finally admitting it's most of the people, right? Do you see what I'm saying? This is why I hate speaking to these motherfuckers. I hate it because they're fucking dumb, right? And he goes, Latin culture is and then he attempts to give me a fucking history lesson as if I don't already know this. Latin culture is a mixture of every culture. No shit, Sherlock. Dominican is a full of black slaves. Why couldn't it have been black people? Why do black people have to be slaves? There wasn't slaves before you put them into slavery. See what I'm saying? Like, even the way they speak about black people. You didn't even say black people. The man says black slaves. But at least he says, and then he goes on to say Spanish slaves. Who the fuck were the Spanish slaves? Like, this is the shit, because I do a lot of studying, right? I consider myself a pretty decent studier, right? So when it comes to hearing something that don't sound right, it's like, when the fuck were you Spanish niggas ever put into slavery? Like, my nigga, I got a Conquistador Voices Volume 2, The Spanish Conquest of the Americas, and recount, right? And it never once says Spanish people went into captivity. Hell, I even got Volume 1, right? I haven't read through all of it, but I promise you, it doesn't say anything about white people going into captivity. Where else isn't white people going into captivity? Let's see. Out of all the books I bought this year, right? How many of them said that Spanish people went into captivity when the Conquistador came? He's one of them dumb Spanish niggas that think that he's a part of the oppressed. When in reality, nigga, you're a byproduct of those that were doing the oppression. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where is it? It might be the books last year. Okay, let me... So we got 91 books in 2017. That's crazy. Hang on a second. I want to find the one, like... All right, here's a book here. This is another one. I've read this one. It says nothing about Spanish people being oppressed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to go through each different book that I've read, right? And I'm going to show you. Here, look, this is the book I wanted to share with y'all before I forget. Where it at? There it is. Okay? Listen, genealogical fictions, right? Fictions, meaning it's not real. These genealogies aren't real. Limpieza de sangre. Blood, religion, and gender in colonial Mexico. The book is $67, okay? You can try and find it cheap for $38 or try and find a PDF online. Read this book, please. This is a book, whenever your Spanish friends don't understand why you're saying what you're saying, don't even buy them this book. Tell them to go buy this book for their goddamn selves. And for go learn about them fucking culture. You understand? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to tell you, well, that's Mexico. That's when you break down the caste system, right? So, this book right here, Genealogical Fiction, Limpieza de Sangre, Religion and Gender in Colonial Mexico. Look, I had this book from March. You understand? So, I know what I'm talking about. Like, where else is it? Here's another one that you want to get. It's how you know that what I'm saying is true. Okay? Asian slaves in colonial Mexico, from Chinos to Indians. So these Asians came over here, and remember the video I played last night where the guy was like, "You think we're Asian?" And then he said, "No, we're Native Indians." See? Remember how he said that last night? Well, here's to show you that there's no difference between them fake ass Indians and Asians. Asian slaves in colonial Mexico. Okay? They came over here in droves, right? So before the white man came over here, them Asians invaded, right? Then when the white man came over here, they also brought a second brood that came in the 16th and 17th century. Okay? So they're fucking Asians. Right? Don't let them prove you. Remember the Chinos? Remember I brought you to whiteness? Where's whiteness? Okay. Where's whiteness? Okay, remember? Hold up. Remember? Chicano movement? Chicano? Where do you think Chicano come from, bud? Chino, from Chinos to Indians, from Chinos to Chicano. Do you understand? Okay? Please understand what's going on. Right? See, look, everybody in Belize is not the same. You have Negro Asian. She's mixed with Asian. You can tell. Straight Negro. Aboriginal Negro. You can tell this is a Mongol. Right? She probably has some black grandmother somewhere way in the past, but she's mostly Mongolian. Here's somebody who's probably got a Negro abuela and a Mongol father, or maybe a mixed breed Mongol Negro father, and then with a Negro grandmother. Come out look like that. See the Bob the Builder. So whenever you see Bob the Builder, you know who they are. Bob the Builder, you know who they are. Asian stock. That's a straight up white boy, but he's in Belize. Negroes. This is a dirty ass white man, but he's in Belize. He probably got a black grandmother. Everybody else in his family white. Right? They're all not the same people, but this is all from one land in Belize. Okay, so they need to cut it out. Play stupid with somebody else. Stop trying to play stupid with niggas. Okay, there's probably more books that I could share with you about it, but hold up, I'm trying to give you another one. If you read any of the Conquistadors books, you'll notice that they tell you, we came over here and we conquered black people. We didn't. Here's another one. Ambivalent conquests, Maya and Spaniard in Yucatan from 1517 to 1570, right? And the entire time it doesn't mention anything about Spanish people. It does mention Aboriginals and it does mention Negroes. It doesn't say anything about Spanish people. Spanish people aren't mentioned in here either. You understand? So what the fuck is he talking about? We'll never know. You understand? But look, French, and it leads to what we have today, an island full of colors speaking a given language. That's why when a white person tells me, speak my language, I tell them it's not my language. Like what are you talking, what you talking about? I have to say that. And then he goes, who said I think they dumb or whatever? Like he's referring to the statement that I said them niggas is dumb. You understand what I'm saying? Where is it? Where I said them niggas is dumb. I was saying something about niggas being dumb for beefing with each other, and being the same race, right? And then he goes, well, who said I thought they were dumb? Like, he's immediately catching, some feelings. You know what I mean? But long story short, he goes on to write me this shit. You're just someone on the net looking to speak upon things. I saw your video. You even brung this into it. Wasn't that serious? See, it's never that serious whenever they're wrong, right? I threw my 2 cents 2 cents. You will keep trying to flip what I said, although I agreed with what you said. So y'all seen this live today. I didn't flip anything he said, right? I just literally broke down what he said. So I told him that, and I said, I actually told him I didn't ask you for your 2 cents. I only care about niggas. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what he got mad at. He got mad because I told him I don't give a fuck what he thinks. And then now he says that I'm